Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of Tony Plays The Binding of Isaac. Hope everyone's doing good, everyone's chilling, going about their day nice and lovely. Today, we will be taking on Delirium, or at least trying to. It's gonna be a little cringe, just because I'm gonna be honest with y'all, for the most part, I actually really don't like doing Delirium like that. I kinda just hate the boss as a whole, truth be told, TBH. Dare I say. But you know what, man? It is what it is. You kind of move on, live and you learn, whatever. Anyways, hope y'all are doing great. I'm chilling, sort of enjoying my weekend. Worked out not too long ago, recording this in the evening, so I'll be able to record, relax, and then go to bed for the night. But just chilling, honestly, man. To be so real with y'all, I'm kind of just chilling. I beat Dying Light the Beast, and I'm gonna be honest with you, spoiler-free review, it might be my game of the year. It just might, bro. Now, I am a fan. I'm a great fan, actually a huge fan of Death Stranding too. I thought it was great. I am a firm believer that Metroid Prime 4 will come out and it will be solid. I don't know if it'll be the best game ever made, but I think it'll be solid. And having played Tokyo Extreme Racer for the better part of some odd hours, oh my god. How do I get this off my screen? It has, what's the word I'm thinking of? It's been solid, you know? It's been a solid year for games, and I think there are some good contenders out there. Now, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Some of these contenders kinda don't... You know what I mean? Nah, I don't agree with them, but... Not my cup of tea, you know what I mean? Hollow Knight Silksong, I'm sure, is definitely gonna be a Game of the Year contender and potentially win Game of the Year. Claire Obscure Expedition 33 I have yet to play, but I've heard it is absolutely phenomenal and one of the greatest RPGs just out there, low-key, like out there now. It's just really freaking good. How do I get this off my screen? Item descriptions off. I'm so sorry. I'm a fan of my external item description mod, not so much this. Feel me? I forgot. That's where I grabbed the ball. But honestly, for the most part, I am. What's the word I'm thinking of, man? I'm honestly very optimistic, and I was excited for a lot of the games out this year. I think there's some bangers out there. You know, I think it's a good year for gaming, just in general as a whole. And I'm pretty sure I found my personal game of the year in Dying Light the Beast, man. It's just, I beat it, bro. And maybe it's because of that one thing I was telling y'all about, remember, where I wanted to, you know, no more side media, I just play games raw. I did play Dying Light the Beast with no side media. I did not have any YouTube videos on the side, just pure. I was invested in everything, and it was peak, bro. Honestly, that's all I could kind of really say about Dying Light the Beast, truth be told. It was just straight peak, man. It was a phenomenal game that I am very happy exists. I'm gonna be so real. You know what I mean, man? It's a good game, bro. Alright. I'm a huge Dying Light 1 fan, and I didn't really play much of Dying Light 2, but I did play a little bit with my friend, and I thought it was fun, you know, for the little I played. But I was very excited for Dying Light the Beast. And honestly, It was damn good, man. All right, it was great. It's phenomenal. I'm a simp. What can I say? You know what I mean? I'm a dying light simp. What can I say? It was good, man. It was just good. I don't know what to tell you. So glazing aside, you know, today was a good day. Today was a solid day. I hit my workout. My body hurts. Not really sore, more so like I kind of just want to lay down. You know what I mean? Like I just want to relax. Tony, when don't you want to relax? You know? I'm gonna be real with you. I think I'm like the world's #1 chiller. You guys might not believe it, but I think it's genuinely true. I think I'm like low-key #1 chiller of all time. Now, whether that's a good or a bad thing, I don't know. It really kind of depends on the situation. But I'm real with y'all. Whatever that situation may be, I'm on it. You know what I mean? I'm on it, bro. It's just to play Isaac, man. Hope your guys' day was well. I hope your guys' day is going very well. Don't worry, no Dark Souls Invader will be coming in this episode. That was my friend whom I wanted to record an Isaac episode with for, honestly, a pretty decent time now. However, there's the unfortunate side effect of any time my friend wants to play co-op Isaac, he only plays for like 5 minutes and then proceeds to just kind of be like, I don't want to play Isaac anymore, and gets off. So really inconsistent to kind of play with him, you know what I mean? Which is why you don't really see him much. But he was chilling, you know, decided why not? You feel me? He just decided why not? Let's just... Oh my god, you killed my bro! Oh, he's dead? Brian's dead? Sorry. Quoting one of the stupidest, what's it called? One of the stupidest Family Guy bits ever, but I think it's so funny. So I still quote it, honestly. To this day, I still quote, Brian's dead? Not even a Family Guy bit, it's a YouTube video. Oh my god, speaking of, just the fact that it's a YouTube video just kind of reminded me, it's just crazy, right? To think Family Guy really just killed off like a whole main character, bro. You know what I mean, man? Don't that sound insane? Am I tripping on that? Or am I being for real, you know? Isn't it kind of crazy to think that the show Family Guy just killed off a whole main character for, I'm not even gonna say like for some reason, because honestly, I don't even know why. Stakes, maybe? I don't know, bro. Remember how last episode I was talking about how I didn't really watch reality shows growing up? That's what I watched. Now I'm gonna be honest, alright? Should a youngin' Tony, should he have been growing up watching American Dad and Family Guy late night on Adult Swim? Probably not. I'm gonna just keep it a stack, alright? I'm gonna just keep it the most 100 I can keep it. Probably not. I probably should not have been watching that. However, I did, and it was... honestly, it was great. Alright? You know, go ahead, you know, call the police on me, whatever. I knew it! The moment I saw these guys in a room, I knew my guys were done for, bro. My guys were just kind of cooked. If I can donate some pennies, you know, maybe hashtag bless up, perhaps. Okay, it broke. Thanks, game. You're something, all right. It was so funny. After how many episodes are we on now? This episode like 282. After 280 episodes, I still have yet to max out that donation machine. Which, if I'm gonna be honest with y'all, all right. I've been slacking on that. I could have been donating to that to unlock stopwatch so long ago, yet I don't know. I just never did. Why? I'm stupid, you know? How else would you explain it? Because why wouldn't you donate? You know what I mean? Stopwatch is like that's like a must-get item. One of the greats. Speaking of one of the greats must-get items, man, I don't want to do those other characters. I'm dreading it, low-key. I'm Metroid dreading it. What the hell was that, bro? Oh, when did I capture one of y'all? What in the world? I swear, dude, this sucks, man. This game is giving me really garbage items. What's up with this? My gaping maw guy just kind of died already. He died frame 1. What the hell? Such a bad item. I'm gonna be real chill. Oh, there we go. See? There we go. Now we're starting to get somewhere. Now we're starting to cook. Oh, these cats are cooking! I'm so sorry. What's up? What did that do? Is sometimes free. Are we stupid? What kind of excuse is that? Activating it is sometimes free? So what, bro? What was that? He spawned like 8 of them. Oh my god. You know what? So, I'm gonna say this with the because I literally just got done glazing this game. However, I want to 100% Dying Light, the Beast, alright? I want 100% that game. However, there's one thing stopping me. And I'm gonna be real with y'all, it's not even that crazy. It's just, I personally hate collectibles in like almost any video game that exists, bro. I know it's something sometimes people like. Some individuals out there, all right, I'm aware there are people out there that are like, man, it's so goated. You know what I mean? I'm a collectathon head. I love Banjo-Kazooie or stuff like that. I don't know. Me personally, Banjo-Kazooie collectathon versus like collectibles in a video game, I think are two different. I don't know why I compare the two. I was running out of ideas for phrases, you know? But like I was saying, alright? I think they're like two separate things pretty much that you kind of can't really, what's the word I'm thinking of? You can't compare. However, still, my point stands. In video games, I absolutely kind of hate just doing any sort of collectible thing in a game. You know what I mean, man? I like playing a game. I like having fun in the game. I will enjoy doing these like tasks that you want me to do in a game where it's like, oh, go here to collect this item or this special weapon, you know, something like that. Or, you know, like max out a skill tree. But the moment you got me out here going like, I need you to go to this one location you've been to and go to like 8 rooms hidden deep into this room to grab one collectible, that is where I'm gonna be real with you, I low-key kind of draw the line. There's just something about them, bro. And I'm gonna be real, there's collectibles in Dying Light. It's unfortunate, I know. I'm just as hurt as y'all are. To have, oh, the horror of having to play the video game you purchased. However, jokes aside, I'm being for real, man. I don't know. It just feels like a time waster. You know what I mean? You might be thinking, Tony, if you enjoy the game, it's not going to be a waste of time. You're right. If I enjoy the game, it won't be that crazy of a waste of time. However, I feel like it low-key is a little bit of a waste of time to just maneuver between like 8 different locations, each all across the way from each other, like a 5-minute in real world run to then delve into this one area that is like a 5-minute in and of itself dungeon to go to a secret hidden room to freaking grab this one item just to then get out and then have to move all the way across the other, you know. I'm not gonna lie to you, alright? I enjoy the fact that Dying Light doesn't have fast travel. At least to my knowledge, I don't think it does. Who knows? I could be brain dead and it could have fast travel, but I'm a moron. Regardless, I'm a huge enjoyer actually of the fact that the game doesn't have fast travel, because that means you get to interact with the game with its mechanics, you know? If you play Dying Light, brother, and you interact with the game, you are... What's the word I'm thinking of? You're like using your old sprint mechanics and whatnot. You know, you're getting your ass across that map using all the parkour available to you. And honestly, I think it's sick, because the movement in Dying Light is so much fun, bro. Moving around in Dying Light is peak. And that's what makes me such a fan of the game. But in any video game, man, if you're asking me to make a whole journey, a whole trek across the entire map, opposite sides of the map multiple times over, it's gonna be kind of annoying, you know what I mean? So that's, I'm not gonna lie, it's not holding me back, but it's something that I worry about, that I worry if I go for it, I'm not gonna want to do it, you know what I mean? I guess it is holding me back a little bit. I don't know. But I mean, you're picking up what I'm putting down, you know what I mean, man? I just wanna go. I just wanna get there. But I'm worried that I might not do it. Now, granted, I will say, I have been taking my sweet time with the game, so I do enjoy it greatly. Reason being, my friend had beaten the game with like 30-something hours on it. I just beat the game. I got like almost damn near 50 hours, and I just beat it, bro. And to 100% it, you know, a couple more. And honestly, just overall, a perhaps new playthrough, even more. I'm very interested in the game. I kind of want to, you know, do a little more. What? Oh, it shows the damage my wisp does. Does it last for more than one room? He does. That's really good. I really like this item, so I'll keep it. Oh, done. You can't do that, man. Nah, this game sucks. You cannot have a room be designed like that and then not open up the full middle. You're only opening up like the god's tiniest portion of that middle section where you're totally gonna hurt yourself, dude. Isaac. Why do you piss me off so, man, huh? Why do you piss me off so much, Finding of Isaac? What did I do to you? Hmm? And they slow down for like 16 seconds, right? I think that's the term, which is really good, because I get two wisps, goated, you know, just straight up goated. And secondly, the room is slowed down for like 16 full seconds, bro. That's peak, man. Keeps me going after these pennies, you know, I'm just a little sucker. But I'm thinking about it. All right, I'm be real with y'all. I've been thinking about going for that 100% Dying Light. I'm still a little not so sure. You feel me? I'm still a little not so sure. I'm gonna be real. I probably will end up doing it. And I'll let y'all know how it goes. But I'm gonna be so rude with you, man. There's just something about that game. It like brought back like a childlike wonder. You know what I mean? Not to glaze the disciples or nothing, but there was something about playing that game. It like did just bring back like a childlike wonder to me. Maybe it was the sometimes a little bit corny dialogue, but it doesn't matter because it's great. You know what I mean? You know how goated it is to play a game called Dying Light the Beast, and your character in universe has like this inner beast inside of them. You know what I mean? That's like some edgy animal I have become 3 days grace sort of deal. You know what I mean? But playing that out, bro. Playing that out, man, it was great, bro. It's so freaking funny, man. I actually really do want this, but I don't think I kill fast enough. You know what I mean? Like, I do want that because it's the 1 to 3 bone shards is so good. You know what, man? We're gonna have to go delirium the old-fashioned route. Local man fights delirium the old-fashioned way. You know what I mean? Local Isaac Tuber still fights delirium the old-fashioned way, and it's going to Hush to fight him first. That's the whole reason why I was worried about the boss rush thing, is because I actually do kind of want to make Hush so I can make Hush and then fight delirium for the guaranteed and pretty easy void portal. However, how easy is it really if I have to fight Hush? You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Let's be for real here, guys. Hush is kind of sucks. Just stand here and murder, bro. Look at this. Oh! Easy money. YOLO, bro. You taking too long. Hello, John Silksong? Sorry, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm losing my mind. Yo, speaking of losing my mind, Tokyo Game Show, I think, happened, and they actually did show off. I don't know why. I'm gonna be real with you. I was kind of surprised as to why, but for some reason, Borderlands they were teasing their new Vault Hunter at Tokyo Game Show. Which kind of, the only reason I say I'm not really sure why is because, I'm gonna be real with y'all, it's kind of like a known fact or whatever. Each game kind of has their own demographic sort of deal, alright? Metroid, very famously, is kind of only really like a super hit, and even then, you know, hit in quotations, in the West. Not many, from what I am aware of, at least the early sales numbers, was that Metroid was mainly like a game enjoyed by the Western fans, and you know, Japan, you know, they weren't really fucking with it like that. You know what I mean? They weren't ride or die for Moid that like I am. If I am correct, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but to my knowledge, I believe that's how it is, or was. Still might be, but you know, I can't tell. I can't co-sign it. I don't know. But pretty much, Metroid is like a Western deal. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I think of Borderlands, I'm not really thinking of the Japanese audience as the main target people playing it. You know what I mean? I feel like, you know what? Maybe at least for 3 and 2, I feel like a lot of the jokes are kind of written and they feel like definitely mad Western. You know what I mean, bro? However, I could be, who knows? Tony could just be a bigot, bro. I hope not, because I don't want to be one. But if that's what I'm going to be labeled as for, you know, having these thoughts, then, you know, so be it, bro. But I honestly did not expect to see a teaser for the new Vault Hunter of Borderlands 4 at Tokyo Game Show. And I'm going to be honest with you, all right? I am intrigued, bro. If you have seen him, like, excuse me, but bro got aura. You know what I mean, man? I'm being so genuine. Bro has got aura. He looks like such a cool character, man, that when I saw him, I was like, I'm gonna be playing this guy, you know what I mean, man? I don't know who this character is, but when this character comes out, that's all me. I'm giving up the Amon allegiance for this guy. I think he goes by the name of Cash. C4SH, if I remember correctly. So, you know, that was something pretty weird / cool to look at / talk about TGS. I'll be real with you, haven't really seen much else regarding Tokyo Game Show besides, you know, the past week that happened where there were a lot of other, you know, companies revealing their stuff. Like, what was it, Xbox had their thing for TGS, Sony had their State of Play, RGG had their presentation for Kiwami 3, which I'm very excited about because I played Kiwami 1, and that's what got me into the Yakuza franchise, because it was free on PlayStation Plus. So I said, fuck it, let me play it. And it was a great game. I'm gonna be so real with you, I was so surprised. I didn't know what to expect out of the Yakuza games, but playing that Kiwami game for the first time, I was like, man, this game is really good. So it was great to see that. And cool to see that I haven't played 2 yet, I'll be honest, alright? I did start a 2 playthrough because I wanted to stream it. I did start a 2 playthrough on stream, and then I never played ever again because I was like, oh, I'll play this on stream. And then other things came up. You know, maybe I streamed another thing that day and I kind of forgot, or you know what I mean? It just ended up pretty much being like, I kinda not, what's the word I'm thinking of, man? You know what I mean? Maybe not. Why does my recording say 28 minutes, 35 seconds? But, like, the time is 26 minutes. You know what I mean? Something don't seem right. Oh my god, it's Bloat. Such a horrible character, bro. Such a horrible boss. Let's be confused with the movie Horrible Bosses. Easy kill, baby. Are you playing with me, bro? What was that? Oh my god, finally. Oh, I was putting off grabbing that Eternal Heart for so long, you have no idea, man. But, well, dude, what was I saying? I was saying something, maybe might not even be that important, but I was just saying something. Oh yeah, Tokyo Game Show, man. They showed off a lot of cool things this week. I'm gonna be real with y'all. They showed off a lot of cool things this week. There was the whole fact that they were presenting the new Borderlands 4 teaser at 7:30, However, like, I don't know if that was it or was there more, you know, like, was there like a Tokyo Game Show its own thing happening? Or did Gearbox just stream at 7:30 and like, hey guys, here's a teaser. And if you've seen the teaser, you know why I'm a little baffled. Because the teaser's like 10 seconds, unironically. It's like 10 seconds of not even showing off the character's abilities, just showing off how the character looks. And kind of hinting at some deeper abilities this character has or whatever. Fucking hate y'all, man. My speed is so low, bro. This character sucks. This character doesn't suck. My speed stat sucks. And who's to blame? Bad RNG. That's to blame, man. I don't care what you say. It's true. Oh my god, this makes it even worse, man. I love never going anywhere, dude. Dead ends in this game, I think, make me want to cause physical harm to individuals. Being myself. Never self-harm, but I'm allowed to say this because it's funny. Or maybe it's not that funny. But it is to me. I apologize if you don't find it funny, my bad. But I'm gonna keep saying it. I don't know, man. Are games cooked? No. I'm just... Sometimes you just gotta pose a insanity type question, you know what I mean? Like an insanity SMP level question. Just to spice up life a little bit or something like that, you feel me? Every once in a while you just gotta kinda just do something a little quirky, a little crazy, just for the sake of living a more luxurious and eventful life. I'm gonna be so real with y'all. Oh my god, man. I always feel weird talking about looking for apartments or something like that. Any sort of anything regarding relocating, because it's like you can triangulate the prices given here to, you know, this and that and that, and then like, oh, Tony, we found your location sort of deal. So I'm a little hesitant to talk about it, but I want to complain about it so bad because it is so bad, bro. I was looking, all right? Let's just, for the sake of it all, I'm going to use inflated prices. All right, I will make up a random number and then we're just gonna go off of that. So let's pretend Tony makes 10,000. There you go. Here we go. Let's pretend Tony makes 10,000 a month. All right, because the proportions are all gonna be the same here. Let's say Tony makes 10,000 a month. I wish, because that would be phenomenal, but you know, dreams. So, in making 10K a month, there is the small chance of having to move to get closer to work. Now, unfortunately, the location where work is has the, one might say, luxury, I say the horrible, unfortunate fact of being in an expensive area. So proportionately speaking, if Tony wanted to move and find an apartment, not even, we're not even talking about buying a home or anything like, we're talking about renting an apartment closer to this theoretical location, it would be somewhere along the lines of what's the word I'm thinking of? Somewhere along the lines of like, let's say couple 100 square feet apartment, 1 bed, 1 bath, you know, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, a kitchen, a living room, and access to amenities and whatnot. The unfortunate fact that if I wanted to move out and find a job closer to work in this theoretical existence, it would be somewhere roughly along like the wood. My math is correct, you know, carry the one. It's like $10,000. You know what I mean? More like 9,000. Let's say more like $9,000. Let's say that. Now, might be thinking, that's like almost literally all of your income. How is this sustainable? That can't be sustainable. And you're right, it's not sustainable. So you know what we do? You gotta do that whole deal where you just gotta settle for second best. What's second best? A 1-bed, 1-bath that's further. But guess what? You want to rent this 1-bed, 1-bath that's further away? However, because this entire zone is what's the word I'm thinking of? Kind of a sought after area, I guess. 9,500. Better than the other place. Still over 90% of the income. You know what I mean? And so, got me like, you know what, man? Let's just sort low to high. See what we can find. Let's sort low to high, see what we can find. And, you know, you end up finding something that's like what? A studio? Or listed as 1-bed, 1-bath, and you're like, oh, that's not bad. You know, let me check the price here. Oh, it's only, what's the word I'm thinking of? It's only like 2,500, you know? Compared to like the 9,000, that's only like, you know, it's like what, 25% of my income. That's pretty good. That leaves a whole bunch of like elbow room to kind of save and whatnot. I wonder how much it is, you know? Let me see how big it is. Because a place like this, it's gotta be decent, right? You know, at least a decent size. 1-bed, 1-bath. Square foot, 150. 150 square foot. What do you mean? What do you mean? It's 150 square feet for a quarter of the income. You know what I mean? You're telling me monthly rent, the rent that provides a roof over your head and a room for you to sleep in at night and a bed for you to sleep in at night and whatnot. It's got 150 square feet worth of space and not even a kitchen. When it said 1-bed, 1-bath, it meant that literally, bro. You get 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, and a microwave you plug in or something. You know what I mean? For a quarter of your income. And you're looking at this and you're just like, nah, that's insane, right? This literally can't be right. This is insanity. There's no way this is sustainable. Like, how is this possible? You know what I mean? You know what, man? It is what it is. That sometimes housing prices are just kind of crazy. Maybe every other listing ever to exist in the humanity of ever won't be like that. $3,000. A third of your income. Roughly a third of your income. 200 square feet, 250 square feet. The only time you get to exist or move around is if you make the bright idea to just be like, you know what? Let me just spend all of my income. Let me just spend 90% of my income for some decent space. Otherwise, it's gonna be, you know, a quarter of your income or whatever. Oh, sorry, little bro. Guess what? You got the wall, and like that's it. You know what I mean? That's it. That's your whole place. It's just crazy to me. It's insanity. What has happened to housing / renting? Why is it so bad? I'm not an economist. I don't own property. All right. I made the unfortunate mistake of being born at the turn of the century, so that's you know, I should have capitalized on the housing crash in 2008. But whatever, it is what it is. Anyways, want to thank y'all for watching. If you guys did enjoy, greatly appreciate it. Hope you guys have a good day and or good night, depending on the time you're viewing this. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.